welcome back to my channel. As always, I'm Eddie Sanchez with The World Today, coming to you with another episode. I couldn't help it. I really had to do this episode because I wanted to talk about checks and balances, right? So we have three branches in government, right? They kind of keep each other in check, right? We have the legislative branch, executive branch, which is the president, and we have the judicial branch. Now, it's broken down. By the way, if you guys have any questions about what I'm talking about, where I got my sources from, you'll see a link down below. It'll say sources to my story. So just so you know, I get my information from somewhere. It's very easy. Anybody can get this information. It's on the internet, very easily accessible. So anyway, let me keep going. So I know there's a lot of fear mongering going on because the president, and again, I respect the office of the president because it's the most powerful in the sense, it's the most respected, right? It's we vote for these people, we vote for our senators, but when you think of president, you think respect and all this stuff. Anyway, I'm not gonna get into that. The point is, everybody is kept in check. We have something called checks and balances, right? So next time you hear the president of the United States say, I'm gonna do this, don't be afraid, because there is a check on him, right? He can't. The writers of the Constitution were brilliant. They have foresight. They were like, we don't want one person having dominance, right? So we're gonna kind of have to put a check on them. Reason being, right? They learned. They didn't want to have a king, like, right? We already had enough of that. So the government was like, well, we don't want a supreme ruler. We don't want a king, somebody like one person. We want to have a system that kind of puts things in check. Like, if this person is getting out of line, he's going to be checked. He's not just going to be, again, he can't be a king. And that's where the whole idea came from. So anyway, let's bring it back to the president, and let's talk about when we hear the president saying, well, I'm gonna do this or I'm gonna do that, and meaning I'm gonna start deporting people, or I'm not gonna allow certain types, Muslims for example, to come into this country. There's always somebody who's gonna say something about it. He just can't decide himself to not allow, say, Muslims in this country. The court's gonna have, Senate's gonna say something, the judicial branch, the court, the judges are gonna say something. There's always somebody that's gonna put a check on it. And that's the whole idea of the system, of the check and balances system. That's why they have three branches. It's not one, it's gonna be the most powerful, right? Right, we have our president represent us, right? He represents us, and then we have judges, we have the House, we have the Senate, and we got this, basically, the system that works in conjunction with each other. So not one part of the system could be more powerful than the other, and that's the whole idea. That's why it's so brilliant. So you don't really have to be scared, again, of the president just saying, you know what, I'm not going to allow a certain type of people in this country. Again, we would put it in check. We would be like, okay, this is not allowed, or and so on and so on. Anyway, there's a lot of stuff going on the internet right now because Jeff Sessions just got fired. Excuse me, he resigned, right? Fired, resigned, I don't know, is there a difference? I don't think there's a difference personally. Right now I feel like, the president wanted him to step down, and he kind of gave him two options. Either you step down or I fire you. So he chose to, bow out gracefully, but Jeff Sessions did something smart. And the president, I just spoke about this in the video, the president picked somebody that's kind of controversial. Now, if the person that Matthew forget his name. I have it listed down below. His name is Matthew. Anyway, so if the person he chooses to be the acting Attorney General, he comes on board, right? He doesn't have to like kind of be approved by Senate or the House, right? He just comes on board. He's acting, right? He can just come on board and kind of do some damage. He can say, okay, he can fire Mueller. I mean, he can just say, you know, let's get rid of Mueller. He can fire him if he wants to. Like the president could technically fire Robert Mueller if he wanted to, technically, but that would be unconstitutional, right? Like, why would he fire somebody that's investigating something surrounding? So you don't really have to worry about the president doing that kind of stuff. Now he could hire the acting Attorney General. He could hire him with the idea that he can fire Robert Mueller, or he can cut his budget to the point that he won't be effective. He could like, your budget was this, now your budget is this. So he can kind of like mess with him and kind of like take away his budget, which kind of like ties his hands behind his back. With that being said, you know, Democrats will say something. Democrats aren't going to be like, well, you know. And the Democrats do have the House now. I mean, well, as of January, they're gonna inherit the House. They won it, thank God, right? And the reason I say thank God is because, not because I love the Democrats, but because, again, checks and balances. If you have a Republican House and a Republican Senate, and they just do whatever the president wants, there's no balance. There's no checks. I don't feel like there is. So, you know, I'm a little disturbed by the fact that he's been unchecked and he's been able to say whatever he wants. So I am really happy to see that, you know, Democrats took the House, because it's not about being conservative, right, or being liberal. To me, it's about checks and balances. It's about doing the right thing for the people. So if Donald Trump, the president, feels like he can just do whatever he wants and fire whoever he wants, guess what? There's repercussions. You can't just do whatever you want. And that's what this country is founded on. You know, there's ideals, there's laws that keep us in check. It's for our safety. This is why we have these, you know, legislative branches, right? To keep a check on each other, so no one branch will be stronger than the other. So keep that in mind when he says he's going to do this and he's going to do that. Don't be scared. There is a system. You may feel like it's broken, but it's not. When we voted yesterday on November 6th, we told them the system is not broken. You will not do whatever you want. And that's what it's all about. Anyway, I want to hear comments from you guys. What do you guys think? Am I just mad, or do you guys think I have a point? I just feel like I don't want people to be scared. I don't want this country was founded, you know, on immigrants. Immigrants made this country, right? They made it great. So I'm not saying, again, invite the whole world in here. There is a process. But if the process is broken, fix it. Don't talk shit. Don't say you're gonna do whatever. Fix the process. Don't get mad at the people that are trying to come here and live better lives. Fix the process. And then you can't get mad at them for wanting to come over here. They're coming over here legally. If you're saying asylum is something that's legal, and it is, if you want to change it, you have to go through the process. You can't just say, oh, asylum, oh, these people are like, you know, like illegals and this and that. They're not illegals, they're not anything. They want to go through a process called asylum. I don't know, maybe the president should look that up. So it's within their rights to seek asylum. It does not mean they're going to get it. But I'm tired of people saying that these people are trying to sneak in here. You don't sneak in here in a caravan. It's impossible. So stop saying that these people are coming over here or trying to hurt people and scare people. All you're doing is scaring people. And people that don't know any better are scared. Stop scaring people. It's not it's not the American way. Okay? Immigration will be here, and it will always have a place in the United States. Immigration will always be part of the United States. Some people will be forgotten, but immigration will always be a part of the United States. That's simply put, right? Anyway, I'm Eddie Sanchez with The World Today. Let me know what you guys think. I want to hear from you guys, your opinion. Send me a message if you guys have any questions. If you don't like what I'm saying, again, it's your right to tell me or to speak your mind. I'm not here to tell you you're wrong. I'm here to say, hey, this is how I feel. These are my thoughts. You don't have to agree with them. You can disagree. Feel free. Thank you for stopping by. As always, God bless. Take care. I'll see you guys next time.